Ohio wins the Bounce Back Bowl, and the Bobcats beat the Big 12 in Athens. I'm Russ Eisenstein. He's Ryan Boyd, and we're presented by the Athens County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Ohio 42, Kansas 30, in a game that was somewhat similar to last year, both in the preamble and how it all went down. This was a convincing win for the Cats.
It really was. You jump out 18-0. Kansas did their best to make it close. You know, they made it 25-14 by half, but Ohio, they never felt uncomfortable, Russ. They ran the ball well. They threw the ball well today. Defensively, nice effort as well.
Did whatever they wanted to do and set the tone early, starting fast, getting up that 25 points early on. That was so huge, particularly because of last week and how it went down at Purdue.
That's exactly right. And Nathan Rourke got the first opportunity to start at quarterback, and I think he deserved that after the way he played in the second half. Even though the game was out of reach against Purdue, he came out, performed really well. Ran the football for a touchdown, threw a touchdown as well, a couple of touchdowns actually. And, you know, then you get Quentin Maxwell in there as well. He played well. You run the football effectively as well, about 5-6 yards a carry today. So you're connecting on all cylinders. And it's not easy. It doesn't matter what Kansas has done in the past, what their road losing streak is like. It's a Big 12 opponent, and you made yourself look a lot better than them today.
Nathan Rourke was good at quarterback. Quentin Maxwell was good at quarterback. 100-yard rusher in A.J. Olette. Dorian Brown had a nice ball game, too. We saw Andrew Meyer sprinkled in there and Brendan Cope at wide receiver. Troy Mangin catching the 2 touchdown passes. Defensively, Ohio was able to control Kansas. It is important to note that they had 1 more total yard than Ohio did, but don't get that twisted up. Ohio controlled things in the ball game. That number is deceiving. The 12-point margin of victory is deceiving, too. This defense played very well.
They really did, and like you said, stats can be misleading, and then you can take other stats to kind of throw away those that are misleading. For example, Ohio wins the turnover battle today. They did have 1 interception. They also had 5 sacks from that defensive line, which was huge because you knew coming in there was some injuries at the linebacker core. There were some question marks in the secondary, and the line did their part, that defensive front. So, yeah, set aside the 30 points. That's a little bit of a misleading number. Overall, a pretty commanding performance from the defense.
42-30 the final. Here's how it looked and sounded at Peden Stadium. 2 receivers to the right and a wide out to the left, and A.J. Olette sweeps to the left side, wide open, far sideline, on the run and off to the races. 35-40, 45-50. It's a sprint now, and they bring him down from behind. 1 for 1 on the season. Snap back, placement down. A 41-yard field goal attempt is on the way, and he stuck it. At the Kansas 36, play action, work back to pass, has time. He'll fire over the middle. It's a leaping and lunging catch. Caught by Andrew Meyer, tumbles down to the field turf. Heavy package here, and they'll hand it off to A.J. No, it's an option left. Rourke gets to the corner, eludes a defender, drives forward and into the house. 6 for the Cats. Back to pass Bender, 2nd down and 1. Pass thrown backside over the middle. It's caught. It's 4th down and a long 3. At the Ohio 42, 3 wide of the pattern. Bender with a fully loaded gun. That's a running back on each side. Now split Williams left. And back to passes Bender. Free rush on. Screen pass left. Thrown too wide. Incomplete. Pride. Back to pass on 3rd and 11 at the Ohio 41. Pass thrown over the middle. Wide open Andrew Meyer. Steps into Kansas territory and down. And Rourke will hand it off left. With speed, Brown turns the corner. Got a 1st down. Through a hole left sideline 15. Broke it back inside, but then along the boundary and tumbled down. 1st and goal for Ohio at the north side 10 now. Nathan Rourke will option right, pull back, throw to the end zone. Wide open, caught. Leaping catch. Troy Mangin held onto the ball. 6 for the Cats. Touchdown, Ohio. 5 wide the pattern. Back to pass Bender. Looks left the whole way. He's getting lit up. Quarterback sack. Snap is low. The punt's away. They had a good rush. And the punt's taken inside the 20, and then he is ripped down as Herbert and Williams are in there. And sweeping left, nothing. It's Darren Thompson. He's pulled back on a tackle for loss at the 28. Lob back snap and a handoff and a run up the middle, wide open. Thompson breaks free 30, 25-20, and the Bobcats are on him, but they can't get him. And a touchdown. That's Khalil Herbert. The Jayhawks just walking everywhere. Play action, back to pass, Maxwell rocks and fires, one-on-one coverage, man back of coverage, dropped in there, caught it, right sideline and down inside the 10, down at the 9, Brendan Cope. A good response after a KU touchdown drive. And a handoff, no play fake, lob to the end zone, wide open, caught, 6 for the Cats, Troy Mangin, 2nd crab of the day, and Ohio does answer. 2 receivers left, wider out to the right, 1st and 10 at the south side, 25, play action, laser over the middle, caught by Brendan Cope along the right hash, and down inside the 10, Olette behind him. Takes a snap low, steps back 2 steps, looks left. Now a lob it left side, and it's Meyer, and the ball is intercepted by Kansas, left corner of the end zone. A lot of good option quarterbacks there. First and goal, handoff Olette, sweeping left side, turns the corner 5, and steps in for 6. Play clock's at 7, takes a snap. Here comes a blitz. He's lit up, goes down at the 30. Bang! Oh my! At the Kansas 33, low snap gathered in, and a handoff to Brown, sweeps to the right side, has leverage to the sideline, turns the corner, stiff arm out of bounds. Under 30 seconds left, quarter 3. Rourke takes the chest high snap, retreats, lobs it to the right corner, fade out there, and the ball is caught! Back right corner! Yes! 3rd and goal near the left hash, inside the 1 for Kansas. 11:51 to go. High snap reeled in, fade over to the right side, one-on-one coverage, a leaping grab is caught. Jeremiah Booker. It is 2nd down and long, and a handoff to Ross, steps through a tackle on the right side, across the max shield, busts through another tackle, still on the run, pushed out of bounds, and he got a 1st down. 2 receivers right, wide out left. This has never felt uncomfortable. Back to pass at the goal line, and going down. Was he beyond the goal line?
Out to the ankles in the quarterback, and it was late, and you had to call it.
1st and 10 at the Kansas 16. Lob down the near side, back on the ball, and a leaping catch is made by Evan Fairs.
Yeah.
Onside kick picked up by Ohio. Hale will snap back to Farkas for the kick by Zervis, end over end, and it is turning right, but it is snuck in there. So Ohio did take some injury news. Poppy White, running back, wide receiver, dynamic playmaker, lost for a couple of weeks with a broken hand.
Yeah, it's really disappointing. Coach Solich told us after the game that nobody was more upset than Poppy was. He was, we know he's an emotional player and a really good competitor. Got to hope it's on that short end of whatever that injury report is, whether it's 2, 3, 4 weeks. Hopefully it's the short end rather than anything too serious.
You are heading to Houston for some relief efforts with Ohio University for those that were affected by the hurricane down in Texas and Louisiana. But we will miss you in Ypsilanti next weekend for a big ball game. Eastern Michigan off this week after their big win and really a program-defining win for them. Their first over a Power 5 conference school, beating Rutgers last week. It's a big one to start off Mid-American Conference play.
Yeah, and how often can you say that you have 2 MAC teams coming into their MAC opener both off of a win over a major conference opponent? I mean, they're both going to have a lot of momentum. You made the point on air that it's had a chance to kind of sit and simmer with this Eastern Michigan program. The fans as well, maybe they'll come out in big numbers. We don't know for sure, but it's going to be an important game. Even though it's MAC East and MAC West, it still feels like you got to go out and get a win next week.
Sure, and Ohio lost to them here last year, so there's some revenge on the line. Tickets will be available, but this will be one of the bigger crowds that Ohio has played in front of at Eastern Michigan in some time, so we hope to see that green battle with the right shade of green in the stands at Ryan Earson. We're on the air at 1 o'clock for a kick at 2. We're presented by the Athens County Convention and Visitors Bureau on the web at AthensOhio.com. For Quentin and the entire Bobcat TV crew, now for Ryan Boyd, I'm Russ Eisenstein. 42-30, Ohio Rock Chalks past the Jayhawks, and this is Bobcat TV.